Good morning, everyone. It is Monday, April 8th. It's the Daily Drawing Club. On good days, on bad days, we draw every day. Something a little fun I want to do. I keep forgetting to mention this, but if you have your own drawing prompts that you want to see the Drawing Club do, write them into the chat here or the comments of the video during the replay. But today we're going to do a drawing challenge. I'm going to set a timer. Pretty tight with this one, I think. Let's see. So it's a mashup Monday. We're going to do Ghostbusters plus Pokemon. I'm going to draw that for probably the next half an hour. Talk about some things. Hello, good morning, everyone. Good morning to the regulars. Hey, art-based department. Appreciate that. Morning, Kenneth. Morning, Dan. Morning, Sarah. Steph. Guy. Dan. Again. Same Dan. Cool. All right. Lola. On her way to work. That sucks. Probably. Okay. So, yeah, if you have some prompts, you want to throw them in the chat. Maybe we'll draw those later this week. And today it's Ghostbusters and Pokemon, which is going to be fun, I think, to do. I'm trying to... Actually, I didn't do much... I have a couple pieces of reference pulled up, but I immediately thought of, Ash as like a Ghostbuster. So I think I'm going to try for that kind of thing. Move this over here. Yeah. So I'm going to set my timer so I don't go too far over. Is my music too loud? I think it is. Let's get rid of that. Okay. Ghostbusters Pokemon. Let's do this. So the first thing I do is I'm going to draw small. Feels good to draw, actually. So it's been a time. I'm going to... Yeah. Thanks for the nice comments and stuff, guys. Appreciate it. All right, so I'm just going to draw small, kind of get a pose going here. I think we're going to have Ash with like the Ghostbusters backpack and the gun. Then he'll have his hat. I'm just going to go ahead and just rough this one out. I might, if I was just drawing for fun by myself, I might do a couple different poses and try to really get something dynamic going on here, like that. Maybe even that's a little bit better pose. And then we'll have them kind of capturing a Pokemon there of some kind. Yeah, let's do that. And then, yeah, I got a lot. I'm surprised at how many ideas I have for this, actually. So it's fun to kind of use your imagination. And I'm not sure if there's Pokemon fans out there, but I used to watch a lot of Pokemon when my kids were little. So got a lot of memories of Pokemon that way. They never really collected the cards, but they watched the cartoon a lot. Every day. So, okay, cool. Do that. I think I even want to have we'll see. You see what I'm going for there, right? Let's get rid of this guy. No, we don't need to do that. I'll just erase it. There we go. And then we can just blow this up. Doesn't look like much right now, I know, but it's gonna. Trust me. Trust the process. Yep. Okay. Hope everybody's going to have a good day. Feels good to be back live. Last week I was in New York and I thought about, streaming from the hotel, but I was just like, oh man, these are it was a really tight schedule, so I didn't want to schedule things and then bail out on them. So let's see how this looks. Okay, that's pretty decent. Make sure that pencil line looks good on the screen. Jigglypuff versus Slimer, who would win? Oh, I got a little bit of. I don't really care about. Like, I know there's a lot of Ghostbusters people that are like really hardcore into like that doesn't look like the that doesn't look like the symbol. Let me fix my lighting. I'm getting a glare. Come on. There we go. Back to the cave. Here. Oh, we got 26 minutes. Oh, where did I push? Pushing the wrong buttons over here. I don't have my other camera set up. It wouldn't work today. Just how it is. Finicky. So, yeah, it's good to be back. Tough stuff going on, but like I preach in the drawing club, it's good to draw through things. So I've had some deaths in the family now, and the death of Ed. Watch that video if you want, but it's basically just me mumbling and crying. But, also, don't want to focus on like dark stuff, but it's just life. It's what you're gonna do. I used to avoid things like that. I used to avoid talking about the darker things, but now I think like people need to hear it. There's so many people that don't talk to each other. It's so bad. I had a lot of conversations like that online this past week where I saw, friends that I really do care about, art friends, kind of getting embroiled in drama. And, it was disappointing just to reach out and not fight back to people, but just kind of tell them how you feel. Like, man, it's not that I'm a dad or anything like, but like, I just feel disappointed. Like, it's sometimes disappointing. Telling your friends, like, hey, they might just be like, F you. What are you? Who are you, man? You're not my dad. But kind of just pointing people back to sanity and saying, like, should we really be, like, should we really be commenting on this? Or, what are the ramifications of, getting embroiled in drama? This doesn't feel good. I hate that. I hate that culture online. I don't think it's going to change anytime soon, but I think what we can do as artists is just kind of, point it out. Be like, hey, why don't you put your energy into something good and just for yourself and your feeling. I think that's that's how I look at most things now, is like energy. Like, what kind of energy are you putting out there? If you're moping around, if you're, crying about things all the time, then your life just never really gets better. So you're just going to constantly get more of what you focus on. That's kind of been my experience in life. The more you dwell on something, the more that you get. That's just how it goes, But there's a lot of good things out there too. When you see other people struggling, and that's kind of what I do in this club too. Ali and I talk to a lot of people, a lot of DMs come in, and people struggling with things. And, just a kind word and saying like, hey man, why don't you? And for us, it's, I think this guy's name's Haunter. I don't know. The ghost Pokemon always wigged me out. because I'm like, oh my god, they're dead Pokemon. It's weird. And where do Pokemon go? We're gonna pontificate for the next 20 minutes on Pokemon here. So now that I'm thinking about it, it's really it was not planned, but it's like, what's going on with Pokemon? Oh, this little kid's busting ghosts, pretty much. And it makes me wonder, like, what came first? Ghostbusters, probably. But you're capturing ghosts, putting them in a little device that's limitless. You can have multiple ghosts in there, apparently. Did they steal the idea from? Was Pokemon inspired by Ghostbusters? I did not plan that. I just thought of that right now. Man, it's making a lot of sense. Ghostbusters. Let's make a YouTube video, a scandalous video. Pokemon. Pokemon is fraud. Rip-off. Pokemon's a Ghostbusters rip-off. I do kind of want to draw a Slimer as a Pokemon. Now, let's see how much time I got. I won't get too involved. I'm just probably going to just do pencils. I don't know. It doesn't matter. I still want to give Ash his hat here. I mean, that's pretty much his kind of like his calling card, I guess. Does anyone think like that? That Pokemon may have been inspired by Ghostbusters? You'll never look at it the same way again. That's and my mission is accomplished. Every time you look at Ghostbusters or Pokemon from now on, you're gonna go, wait a minute. He's busting Pokemon. And busting makes him feel good. He's got to bust them all. I'm not drunk, I swear. Just thinking. Just thinking it through. Just thinking out loud as I draw. That's what I do. So, and then he's gonna have to have the jumpsuit on. You know, like, oh, Ghostbusters jumpsuit. I'm just gonna say it's like one piece, like that. Maybe some kind of ear on his belt, and then let's make the backpack a little more like big, because I heard Dan Aykroyd and Bill Murray on TV talking about how ridiculous those packs were to carry around because they didn't have like the foam packs. They used to have to run up and down the stairs with these huge blinking metal boxes on their back, and they said it was just hell. Haven't seen the new movie yet. Have you guys seen it? Free breakfast, day drinking, and drawing. Yeah, let's start a new hobby. Never know. I'm gonna stick to coffee though for right now. I did a little bit of the other stuff yesterday. So, like, I can't tell if I'm getting a cold or if I'm hungover. I was around a lot of people. Oh yeah, I was up there for the earthquake. I was. I'm leaving. I'm leaving the hotel. Let's talk about the New York earthquake for a minute while I'm drawing him. I still have 17 minutes on my timer clock, and I might just go forever. By the way, there is a where's my plugs at? There is a VFriends stream this morning on TikTok only, at VFriends on TikTok. So I'll be drawing some of the comic there for about an hour and a half. So you can tune into that if you're interested in comics. And then we have the Daily Drawing Club here. So So you can go to dailydrawingclub.com to get right in there. Get the daily prompts. Allie, if you're listening, we gotta do some stuff this week on the stickers. And I gotta finish up the drawing of the new sticker. I've got a drawing, and I'll share it with the club first. So maybe it'll just be this cool. This is looking pretty neat. I'm pretty good. I'm all right. I'm digging this. Anyways, earthquake, New York City. I'm just going to the airport, or I'm just at the Penn Station, gonna get the train to the airport. I'm standing there talking to Alicia, Allie, and she's like, "Can you call right now?" And I'm like, "I can't. I can't on my headphones, and I'm waiting for this train to update to see what track I got to go on." And that's what I was doing when the earthquake happened, and I didn't feel it. And I don't think anyone else around me felt it. And I don't know if it's because we were underground, like in Penn Station. But I didn't, maybe there's rumble. I wasn't even rumbling to my knowledge. But so I get on the train and then I hear some like chatter, people going like, "Did you hear there was an earthquake? And then my son texted me. Dylan was like, "Dad, did you feel the earthquake?" And I'm like, "What? What are you talking about?" He's like, "I'm trapped." I thought he said he was like trapped in a building. Dylan, if you're watching this, then I thought you were like, "What? My son's trapped in a what?" Because you're like, "I got to get out of this building," and I'm like, "Is he trapped in a building?" And then and then I went to Twitter and saw that everybody's like, "There was just oh my God, earthquake." And then chatter just starts happening on the train a little bit. "There was an earthquake. Did you feel it?" "Oh no." And then about 30 minutes later, we're on the train because it's going really slow now. They had to check the tracks and all this stuff. It just ruined the whole day of travel for me, but whatever. I got less things to complain about, I didn't care. Whatever. I'm gonna get where I'm getting sooner or later. Trying to do like a Pokeball / trap here. So anyways, get on the train and then about a half an hour later, while we're waiting on these tracks, our emergency alert goes off on our phone. And like mine goes off first for some reason. So it's like beep, beep, beep. No one else did that. And it's like earthquake, stay indoors, blah blah blah, dial 911 emergency. And I'm like, what is going on? And then suddenly everyone else's went off. And then it was just like, oh my God, human panic on a train. People were like, "There's another earthquake. There's been another earthquake in New York." And then people were like, "It's the end times." And I'm like, what the guys, chill out. And I'm thinking to myself, well, if it is, all right. It's a good run. It's been a good run. This is how I go out in New York, an earthquake, or New Jersey falls off into the ocean. It's fine with me. Let's go. And and then this lady's like, "It's the end times." And then another lady's like, "Repent. You gotta repent. You better repent. Jesus is coming." And I'm like, oh my gosh. And then people are talking about the eclipse. That's today. So let's see what happens. But I'm sure it'll be nothing. Does anyone remember Y2K? All right. Wait, he has to have it on like, yeah, right? He's got to have like a cord on it because he can't afford the Bluetooth version of the trap. Has anyone seen the new movie? Did they do any kind of jokes like that? Did they update the gear with like Bluetooth or anything? Because I would have wrote something like that in there. No. Y2K, people losing their damn minds. Yeah. Like, wow. Yeah, I'm glad that I'm old enough to like live through some of that garbage, where people were like, "It's gonna change. Oh my God, Mayan prophecy. The freaking world's gonna end." I'm like, yeah. Okay. We got it. We got this. We gotta have like a Ghostbusting pattern on there. It just doesn't. It doesn't feel right. I'm just gonna do some powers. I really want to color this now, but I'm not gonna. I'm just gonna keep drawing for the next 12 minutes and just like really flesh it out because I kind of want to do a Slimer as a Pokemon. Gotta bust them all. Let's just put that right in there. Okay. Let's get that out of the way right now. You know how I say, like, sometimes the characters will talk to you when you're drawing? Um, there we go. Not too bad. That's a pretty decent, There's a whole bunch of ghost Pokemon, like I said. I don't remember their names off the top of my head right now. I literally randomly picked this. But yeah, I made it through the earthquake in New York, and boy, that was dumb. The airplane was delayed. Probably because United sucks, but also they were just using the earthquake as an excuse because they overbooked flights and all this stuff. And they're like, "Oh, guess what? You're gonna have to wait." And I'm just like, "Whatever." I sat and finished a comic strip, and that's the nice thing about having drawing supplies on you. Get your little notebooks or whatever. If something's going down, you're just like, "Hey, whatever. All right, I'm gonna draw something." Pass the time. You see how fast time goes by when you're drawing. I'm gonna check the Discord that we have. Let's see. I don't have it pulled up. Why not? Discord. Let's go. It's logged out. I don't know what to say. Come on. Oh yeah, I saw the news about Scott Blair as well. Artist Scott Blair passed away from cancer battle, so that's sad. I met that guy a couple times at shows. He was a nice guy. Years and years ago. Oh my gosh, so old. Let's look through some of the past drawings since I haven't done the stream. Let's go back a little bit. Just gonna scroll back. We have dad jokes. All right. Why don't monsters eat ghosts? Because we taste like sheet. Okay. You feeling okay? You look kind of flush. Dad jokes, poop jokes. We got it. Stick with me and we'll really go places. All right. Pork chop. Why are vampires bad artists? Because they always want to draw blood. Larry. I like how Steph said, I only had 5 minutes to draw the that was good. I'm so glad that people took that picture and made it into the drawing prompt was this the other day. Draw your version of this because it really did look like, to me, it looked like that girl's legs were the bird legs. Hurry up and take a photo. All right. Great. As you can see, this is a fun the hip hop stuff. That's awesome. So a little tribute to Eddie P's book there. All right, guy. Here we go. We got what's his name? Freaking the turtle. All right. I'm not gonna play the game of name the Pokemon, but pick the same ghost. Miss me, bro. No, gotta catch them all. Nice. Sweet. So yeah, put your drawings today in the Discord. I think I probably have it linked up. If not, I'll do it right after this. Squirtle. Got it. So let me look at Slimer over here. I don't know if anybody grew up in the maybe a couple people here grew up in the 80s, but I got to tell you one thing that that the Ghostbusters cartoon in the 80s really sucked. I just thought you should know that. I'm gonna draw like I think I'm gonna go back to my. I don't know how I want to do this. All right, go back to my red, not there. And I kind of want to do like a little. I don't know why I draw small like that. Just you get like this composition or something that's pretty neat. Usually, at least for me, I do. I'm trying to draw like a Pokemon version of a Slimer. So I'm gonna try to just, and I want to make him like more cutesy than ugly. The Slimer was kind of ugly. So we're gonna just give him like. No, not big eyes like that. We'll go with little eyes. Little eyes. We'll make his like. He's made of like slime, maybe. And that most of his main makeup was like his big mouth. He was like trying to eat you, but he slimed you, right? Make him like Pokemon Slimer. So I'm just gonna go with like the bubbly wrinkles, maybe little tiny hands. Just read this morning that the box office for Ghostbusters sucked. Like they're struggling. It's just surprising to me. I mean, I just didn't get a chance to go out and see it. I'm sure I'll see it, but I wonder what sucked about it. I remember the Mr. T. Sarah said, "Does anyone remember Mr. T cartoons and his lessons at the end?" I do. All those 80s cartoons with the, G.I. Joe and all that stuff. Chew your milk and drink your vegetables full. Guy. My kids never understood how important Saturday morning cartoons were to me, and trying to explain them what it was like. Yeah. I think it was more of like an experience, Saturday morning cartoons. Because you had to wait until Saturday. It's a good looking Slimer, actually. Now that I'm doing it. That's pretty good. Pretty good, DJ, Good job. Gotta pat yourself on the back sometimes if you're like, hey, that's pretty wild. And then, of course, we have to have like the just slime floating around him, I think. And it's perfect because he could just say his name over and over again. Slimer. Slimer. All right. Well, hey, you know what? That's not bad. It's not a bad drawing. Today's drawing prompt, Mashup Monday. Maybe we'll do more Mashup Mondays. I don't know. Ghostbusters and Pokemon. kind of just threw that together like just two random things. I didn't even think about it. Um, if you have things that you want to see drawn or different types of exercises, or you want to write your own drawing prompt, go ahead and put it in the chat or in the comments afterwards. If you're watching the replay of this, please say that you're in the replay crew in the comments. When you comment and like and engage, it really helps the stream find new artists and new people out there. So I really appreciate that. And okay, let me check the chat here real quick. I just want to keep drawing, but you know what? I got to keep drawing anyways because that's my job. So I'm going to be drawing. So I'm really digging that little Slimer, man. That's good. More roll the dice and more fundamentals. Noted. I have some fun dice ideas coming up. I also like the ones where you have to like roll multiple times. Choose your own adventure kind of thing. Cool. All right, guys. Well, I think I'm going to call this a stream. I got to take a little break, and then I'll be back at 8:30 for the Befriend stream on TikTok only today. I'll be drawing some of those comics. So I hope you have a good day. I'm just going to sit here for a minute and listen to this song and, work on this while this next song plays, and then I'm out. I'll see you guys tomorrow at 7 a.m. Thanks for being here. Thanks for all the kind words this week, and I appreciate you guys. There's my timer.